This video is of U.S. Coast Guard Cutter DEPENDABLE WMEC-626, and she was a United States Coast Guard medium endurance cutter commissioned on the 22nd of November 1968. And then, as you'll see in this video, on the 9th of April 2024, she was removed from active duty and placed in commissioned special status, and which I just call decommissioning. And yeah, I had the privilege of going and attending this ceremony in Little Creek, Virginia, at the U.S. Navy base there. And as you'll see in this this video, which is comprised of pictures and video clips that I took of the ceremony, was just fantastic. The commanding officer, Commander Ensley, and his crew just did a fantastic job welcoming former crew members back to Dependable. And as you can see, they just had a great turnout to say goodbye to the Mighty D. It gave me a chance to catch up with some old shipmates. That's me on the left. And I did my student engineering tour on there from 2003 to 2005 as a Lieutenant JG. And I was already had 21 years in the service at that time, and that's a whole different story. But yeah, and then that's Captain Josh Birch, and he was the commanding officer from 20 May 2021 to 21 June 2023, and he was actually an ensign and a JG when I was on board there in 2003 and 2004. And then that's Terry Collins. He was the electrician mate chief when I was on board, and then the Captain Clip, and he would have been a commander when he was the CEO on board from 01 July 2005 to 14 June 2007. And although I just missed sailing with him here on Dependable, he was my XO when I was on Sherman, and we were on Sherman together. I think I was on there from 1999 to 2001, and so we overlapped on board Sherman. And yeah, so it was great catching up with him. And this is walking down the pier here in Little Creek, getting ready to go tour Dependable. And yeah, this was her last home port. She had several home ports over her life and time, and I actually served on her when she was in Cape May, New Jersey. And this is coming back onto the fantail, and looking up at the flight deck, looking down the port side here, looking up forward. And then looking up at the flight deck, getting ready to go up. They had a nice reception up here, which you'll see. And the crew just did a fantastic job, getting Dependable ready for the decommissioning. She had just come back from a D7 or Caribbean patrol. And as you can see, they just did a fantastic job. And you can see, this is some of you that served on before she went through her midlife would definitely notice the difference here with the stacks. They used to run through the ship and exit back aft out the stern. And you can see they just had a great turnout to say goodbye to Mighty D. And this is on the cruise mess. They just had as you can see, a great display of paraphernalia throughout the years. I think a lot of crew members sent stuff in, and this is the obviously in the galley. And then we're in the wardroom, and as you can see, once again, I think they solicited for prior crew members to send pictures and items in. And I had a great display here. Yeah, interested to hear your comments on what changed when you were on board there, and that's looking down, going into IC gyro, and when I was on board, that's where the junior officers and the MPA staterooms were. And this is looking back aft on the starboard side, looking back aft towards the galley from where the wardroom would be. And this is up top, up where radio and CIC was, getting ready to go up to the bridge area. And this is looking back aft on the port, I guess that'd be O1 deck. Looking back aft again, same location. And this is on the starboard side, looking back aft. And up on the bridge. And this is the plaques of the commanding officers. They actually had 2 plaques. They ran out of room here because Dependable had just a great career. And just one of the T-shirts that they had on display. And then this next video is actually walking off the brow. Dependable was the last cutter I served on, and then going back to see her was, I retired in 2007, and I hadn't been on a Coast Guard cutter since then, and so it was just a great feeling being able to walk back off my last cutter in the Coast Guard. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and this great look at a great Coast Guard cutter who had an exceptional career. And fair winds and following seas, shipmates.